Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Are you somebody who's pursuing your highest self, the highest version of you that exists across all different timelines? Or are you someone who's making some big moves in life right now, becoming the creator of your own reality? Do you identify as someone as a creator of your own reality? In this video, I'm going to reveal to you a 5,000-year-old lost principle that encapsulates the 7 Hermetic principles, which are also known as universal truths or universal laws that govern this reality. This one principle that I'm going to share with you, as simple as it may seem, has been used by secret societies, occultists, and has been hidden from mainstream view, and even viewed as being so secret that it was actually never written down as one of the Hermetic principles. I'll reveal this to you later in the video and also talk about real-world use cases of how you can apply this to your own life to recreate your reality quicker, find the energy and direct it towards the things that you care about most, and make the biggest moves and impact in your life. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Hermes Trismegistus was a mysterious figure who has written on these 7 universal truths that precede any Abrahamic religions. These are truths that were practiced by the Rosicrucians, people before them, even the Greeks, and even dating back to Egyptian times. You will see a very famous symbol through all time that encapsulates these principles, but there's a hidden meaning inside of this symbol. The symbol I'm talking about here is the seed of life. Have you seen the seed of life? It is those 7 circles that are overlapping each other that make a really incredible, just a beautiful pattern. There's something about it that's alluring, right? People get attracted to that. People wearing that on their pendants. Many of them don't know what this symbol means. Each of those circles represents one of the 7 Hermetic principles. And like I said earlier, these are universal truths or universal laws that govern the nature of reality. But there's an 8th circle that's actually hidden, and that is the encapsulating circle of the whole seed of life. Now, this is a principle that was written on by Hermes Trismegistus. It was also written in other books like the Kabbalion, and these books, you might even find traces of these 7 principles hidden in other religions, because they do ring true to the path of creation. They do identify you as the creator, as you having the divine spark to create your own reality. So what is this 8th circle? This 8th principle is known as the principle of care. At a high level, what the principle of care mentions is what is cared about enough will manifest in physical reality. Now, this sounds super simple, but I want you to, while we're talking about this, I want you to think about things that you've really cared about in the past or have felt like you cared about in the past, but your actions actually contradicted what you cared about. And this is where we all get stuck when we're on the path to manifestation, we're building an incredible business, or going on any sort of adventure in life. We'll direct a certain percentage of our energy to caring about something, and we'll use the rest of our allocated energy to do opposite things, to do things to show that we actually don't care. And then many people get stuck in this trap, thinking that they're directing their energy toward this thing that they care, but their actions and thoughts are maybe not aligned with that. So at the heart of the principle of care is your thoughts, feelings, and actions must all be in alignment for your desired outcome to manifest in this reality, to come into this reality, to become something. Now, I'll give you an example. Somebody, hundreds, maybe even actually thousands of years ago, was sitting on the ground underneath a tree. It was a nice day, but they were uncomfortable. They did not like sitting on the ground. And they thought, well, maybe there's a better way. They tapped into this divine consciousness, this infinite expansive awareness, Maybe they're meditating, who knows? But they got the idea of building a platform with 4 legs that they could actually sit on, and that would alleviate their discomfort. And thus, the chair was born. But the person sitting on the ground had to be in enough discomfort, had to have enough desire and enough care to create such a thing, to bring it into this reality. Now, taking the simple example of the chair, you could apply to any endeavor or action that you're taking in life or in business. It's important to have your thoughts, feelings, and actions completely in line with what you're pursuing. And now, we might actually contradict ourselves. Like, I'll give you an example. Someone was pursuing a degree. This is a degree that they knew would lead to higher paying jobs. This is something that they enjoyed doing enough to actually get through school. But they didn't care enough about their work to really get the most out of this program, and thus they ended up with a mediocre job. Whereas the other student who had this as a lifelong passion, had a deep feeling of going through this program because they knew they wanted to be able to help other people. And they saw the why, they had a deep understanding of the why of what they were doing. They were able to channel all of their energy into this one thing. And in doing that, they created an incredible magnetic force. You see, the universe observes us just as we observe it. And when you see when the energetic exchange is happening of someone putting so much energy into something and loading that energy into something, it is inevitable that they will get the best outcome for their situation. Without wanting, without expecting, without begging, because that person's thoughts and feelings were in line with those actions that they were taking. Now, we contradict ourselves all the time, right? You're going through school, you're doing this degree, you say you care about it, but then on the weekends you go party, or you don't do your homework, ever. Or you leave class early, or you never have questions. This is going to reflect back to you in the results that you get. Input is output. And the universe, or God, or source, whichever you prefer, will observe you just as you observe it. What direction do you feel that you want to go in right now? What gets you the most excited? What brings you the most joy? This is the direction you need to be pursuing. Then comes the mind. How are you going to do it? What is your why? Find out your why, right? There's this exercise of writing down why you want to do something and do it 7 iterations of it. So you write down the first iteration. Why do I want to go to school, right? Why do I want to go to school to study nursing? Okay, you write down an answer. Because I enjoy helping people. Why do I enjoy helping people? And you go through 7 iterations of that, and you'll come down to your deepest why. Let your gut guide you. Be intuitively guided. But now you have the mind. You have the plan. You have the feeling and the emotions aligned. You know why you want to do it. You get excited about it. You're passionate. Passionate enough that you're willing to push off everything else in your schedule to put time into this. In fact, it doesn't even feel like work to you because you enjoy it so much. Now you got your plan of how you're going to do it. Plan your work and work your plan. And if you don't plan your work, you're planning to fail. That is what I believe. So you planned it out. Then you put it into action. And action is where the guts come in. This is where the courage and pushing through adversity and resiliency comes in. And when you put all these things together, my friend, you have the recipe to recreate your reality. Now, there might be blockers in the way, right? You might have old habits holding you back. You might have old beliefs holding you back. You might have holding you back. And make no mistake, the principle of care acknowledges this. It basically states that if you are redirecting any of your energy away from your truest desire that you want to bring into this reality, it will slow the outcome. It will slow the rate of when these things are going to come to you. See, the universe or the God energy will respond to your intensity to what you want. So if you're, intensely focusing on something and you're charging it, and think of energy like a currency, you're investing your energy and time into this thing, all your energy and time, your return is going to be far better than the person who is kind of doing it or to barely get by. And their outcomes are going to be reflected that way. Very few people get lucky putting in minimal effort towards something that they kind of care about, getting the result that they always wanted. So keep that in mind. This is a very powerful principle. This is the generative principle. And actually, just like a container, the other 7 principles actually fit within this. And you'll find that they're all intricately linked the more you explore these 7 principles and this container called the generative principle that holds it all together. So let me know down in the comments below, are you pursuing something? What degree of desire are you pursuing it with? And are you finding that you're already following the generative principle, aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions towards the things you care about most? With that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.